Very good morning, students. Today, I have come to you with little different, I would say, syllabus because you all know that grammar is also a part of your studies. In BA Part 1 in General English, we have a book, Indian Voices, and in my previous lectures, I was just talking about the stories, the questions, the multiple choice questions which are to be asked. But today, I would just want to tell you something about the grammar part because grammar is also one of the important aspects of a language. And in language, as we talk about vocabulary, the language should also be sound and perfect. The topic of today's lecture is modal verbs. Now, actually, first of all, we must know what are modal verbs. The modal verbs, or we call it modal auxiliary verbs, are will, would, shall, should, can, could, may, might, must, need, ought to, and dare. For example, I must go now. We can park here. There are some expressions with have and be which have similar meanings to the modal verbs. For example, I have to go now. We are allowed to park here. These expressions can have other forms, such as when we use it in past tense or when we use to infinitive with it. I had to hurry to get there. He be asked to be allowed to go. So all these are called modal verbs. Modal verbs express meanings such as necessity and possibility. Model, if I tell you, if you just break up the word, model, it comes with the word mode. Actually, it is model. And model means the way, the mode. We can use modal verbs to tell or allow people to do things, or we can use them to say how certain or uncertain we are. Now, there are certain types of modal verbs. For example, the necessity, when we have to mention that the thing should be done like that. So, models which are used for necessity are must, have, got to, needn't, and mustn't. I must go to the bank. That is, I have a necessity to go to the bank. Another is when there is a obligation or advice. The modal verbs which are used for obligation and advice are should and ought to, etc. You should answer the letter. That is, that's an obligation or that's an advice also. It depends upon the expressions. Then comes permission. Can, could, may, might, and be allowed to. For example, we can leave a luggage to the hotel. Then certainty. For certainty, the models which are used are will, must, and can't. Mandy will be in Lucknow now. That is certainly Mandy will be in Lucknow. Then probability. Probability for probability, we use should and ought to. The rain should stop soon. Then comes possibility. Now, these are all expressions, and for certain expressions, certain models are used. So, possibility may, might, can, and could. Suppose you are searching for the keys, so then you say the key may be in my pocket. That is, there is a possibility that the key is in your pocket. Then ability, can, could, and be able to. For example, most people can swim. Most girls nowadays can write efficiently. Then unreal situations. For unreal situations, we use would. 6 weeks holiday would be nice. That is actually, it is not real, but we are only presuming that 6 weeks holiday would be nice for us. Then habits, will, would, and used to. People will leave litter everywhere. For Indians, we always say that Indians, they will leave the litter everywhere. So that is their habits. Then verb, dare. Now, dare means when there is a dare, I dare not go up on the roof. Now, I would just like to tell you about modal verbs, that there are certain expressions which which are common for two expressions. It depends upon the situation in the sentence. It depends how the means what is the need of the sentence or what is the expression. So it varies according to the expression. Now, modal verb is always the first word in the verb phrase. One thing is, it always has the same form and never has an ending such as ing or ed. And after a modal verb, we put a bare infinitive. Then, so first thing which is clear to you, I think I repeat it is the first word in the verb phrase, number one. Number two, it always has the same form. Form doesn't change for modal verbs. And third is, it never has an ending with ing or ed, etc. Then a modal does not have a to infinitive after it. That is, you must give me your honest opinion. You really must be quiet. You may be right. So after that, it is for sure that there is no need of to infinitive to be placed in modal after using modal. Modal is like other auxiliary verb. It is very important in negatives, questions, tags, and so on. A modal verb can have not after it, and it comes before the subjects in questions. So I just tell you, I give you an example. Your desk shouldn't be untidy. Now here we are using not. Then how should I organize my work? That is when you are using it for the question. You should take notes, shouldn't you? That means that's a tag. In question tag, we use like that. We do not use do with a modal, and if we say how do I should organize my work, the expression would be wrong. So the right expression is how should I organize my work. Then third important thing about modal is a modal verb does not usually have a tense. It can refer to the present or the future. We must know now. This is for present. We must know soon. That is for future. The letter might be in my bag. That is, we are talking about in present. The letter might arrive tomorrow. So it is for the future. For the past, we use had to, was able to, etc., or we use a modal verb plus have. For example, we had to know them. Now, suppose we want to say it to express, to denote past tense. How would we say it? The letter might have arrived yesterday. So we are using might model, but we are using have and plus third form of verb. So that is clear that for models, usually we refer to present or future, but for the past tense, we have to make the expression slightly different. We have to use have or had plus third form of the verb. But in some contexts, that is, we can use could, would, should, and might. As we all know, they are the past forms of can, will, shall, and may. But still, this is used to denote past tense. For example, I can't remember the formula. This is in present. I couldn't remember the formula. That is in past. We may have direct problems. That is in direct speech. We thought we might have problems. That is again an indirect speech. Now, a modal verb can go with the perfect, continuous, or in passive. I give you one example each so that you come to know what exactly it means. For perfect tense, I may have shown you this before. May have shown you this before. Then for continuous tense, they may be showing the film on television. They may be showing. So here we are using be plus first form of ing. Then passive form. We may be shown the results later. For perfect continuous, you must have been dreaming. Now we are using must, but have been and verb, first form of verb plus ing. Then for perfect passive, the car must have been stolen. There are some expressions with have and be which have very similar meanings to the modal verbs. Have and be, as you all know, the main expressions are have to, be able to allow to, and be going to. You have to fill in this form. I was able to cancel the order. Then this is for present tense, but we can also use have to, be able to talk about the past also. And then we use we had to do a test. I want to be allowed to take part. Being able to see properly is important. We sometimes put a modal verb in front of have to, be able to, etc. Or we use two expressions together also. You will have to hurry. I might be able to do little revision. We ought to be allowed to decide for ourselves. People used to have to wash clothes by hand. But we cannot use two models together. I repeat this. You have to take into the consideration that you cannot use two models together. Then there are some nouns, adjectives, adverbs, and ordinary verbs also which have similar meanings to the modal verbs. There is no chance of everything being ready on time. It is essential or vital to keep me informed. They'll probably give us a money back. The passengers manage to scramble to safety. These all expressions are different forms of parts of speech, that is, they are noun, adjectives, adverbs, and auxiliary verb, which can be used, which have a similar meanings to the modal verbs. So modal verbs, they are certain expressions which denotes Model, as I already told you, model means mode or expression, and which is used specifically for specific purposes. Thank you so much. I shall continue with it in my next lecture. Okay, all the best.